I volunteered at a nonprofit organization called CureSearch, which helps with cancer research for childhood cancer specifically. But I first want to talk about a myth in volunteerism and nonprofits. And by myth, I mean that this is something that I believed. This is something that I think other people might think of. When we hear about organizations that do such great things, like CureSearch, helping research in childhood cancer, that's obviously a huge heartstring that people can connect to for a number of reasons. I think we think that there's other people who are constantly dedicated and always helping support these organizations, right? We think that, they're going to run, do this 5K or a walk. They got all kinds of volunteers and people lining up at the door to help, and they're good, This just is not true. I mean, I've been to 39 different nonprofits this year. It's a complete myth. This thought that there's like too many people, or they got a handle. They don't need me, or I can cancel this week, or maybe I'm just go once a year. That's got to be enough. Everybody does their little once a year. No, it's not like that. It's a myth. I go to these places and they're almost always shorthanded, and by almost always, maybe that's a slight exaggeration. Over half the time, that's a lot. That's a lot to be behind. For example, I helped this week at this CureSearch walk. At the walk, there's just one woman who does the whole. Courtney did the whole event, everything. I mean, she had a couple volunteers, me and two other people. She's got to set up all these tables, put out all this, these snacks and beverages, get registration set up. It may not seem like a lot when you talk about an event, but for one person, it's ridiculous. I mean, one person can't even physically move these tables. If you're not really strong, but she's got to do it on her own. If I didn't show up, that's just it's incredibly unfortunate. But just know that if you're not helping out, if it's a myth. They aren't taken care of. The line isn't deep. It's just you sometimes. So getting that out of the way, I worked at the registration table and I helped register people as they came in for this walk. Many of them were organized in teams, for example, Team Becca, dedicated to a child who contracted the disease. Just a number of teams, some walk-ups, but mostly online registration. I actually met a supporter who registered at the event. He has lost his son Carter to childhood cancer and was raising money for other families, and an effort overall. It was awesome to see him there and doing that in honor of his lost son. They did a ceremony at the beginning and end of this walk to celebrate the survivors and those kids who are currently battling the disease. They got medals, and I think they had raised as an entire event about $29,100 some dollars, and they really were going for that 30,000 mark. So because I said I would, kicked in the rest. We don't talk about this a lot because we don't do it as much as we'd like to, but we do make some significant contributions, donations to other nonprofits. We sell shirts, and with revenue, we obviously cover everything that we do, but then we have extra, and we can give it to those organizations that are committed to bettering humanity. As I was considering this donation, I was thinking, am I falling too much into just the fact that I'm at this physical event? Should I research other diseases, other initiatives that perhaps this same money could go to, but it isn't the spur of the moment thing. But remember that childhood cancer kills more kids than all other childhood diseases combined. The survival rate has gone up very significantly, but at the same time, it is still that severe. I encourage you to volunteer, to donate to organizations that help kids through this disease. And thank you so much for tuning in this week. Peace.